Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about choosing a job or a career. So let's take a look. First of all, you are going to need a job. So even though you're only in sixth grade and you're probably not really thinking about what you want to be when you grow up, it's time to start. Because fact, your mom can kick you out of the house when you're 18. At 18, you're a legal adult and you can be out on your own. Of course, that doesn't happen with all people. Some people choose to go to college. Some people choose to stay home and start working. But in reality, you need to start thinking about a job, whether you are going to work when you become 18 or whether you're going to go to college and pursue a career or a specialized job. You cannot live in your mom's basement forever, contrary to popular belief. And you are going to need to get a job to pay for bills and to support yourself and or your family. So needing a job. You need a job because you need something called an income. Income is the money we earn by working. So think about money coming in, income. And you need an income to buy the things that you need and the things that you want, because you will have something called expenses. Expenses is money going out. Think of EX as exit. Expense goes out. So what kinds of expenses will you have? Well, you're going to have expenses like rent or mortgage, a car payment, paying for heat and electricity and food and doing things for fun, your phone. Everything costs money. So you're going to need money coming in to pay your expenses, money going out. Now, choosing a job or a career. A job is a position in which you work for pay. So you can have a job actually when you're a child, right? You can have an allowance because your job is to take out the garbage, and maybe you get an allowance from your family. You can get a job when you're a teenager. You can go work at Market Basket to bag groceries, or you can get a job working as a cashier somewhere at the mall when you are old enough to be a worker. But those kinds of jobs are usually jobs to pay for expenses. So for instance, you may want to get your own car someday, and you're going to need to pay for gas and insurance and a car payment. So a lot of kids start working when they're teenagers to pay for the things that they want. They want to go out and get a pizza. They're going to need some money for that. They want to put gas in their car. They want to buy a car. So a job is something that we get to earn money. And you can have jobs all throughout your life, different kinds of jobs. People tend to change their jobs as their needs change. Now, here's what a career is. A career is basically your life's long work. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? Hopefully something that you love or that you like, and that you have to spend some time preparing to go into that career. It's a long-term job that you plan in advance for. So for instance, a career, oftentimes we will need training or experience or college or additional education. So there's a path to get to a career, and it takes a lot of preparation for that. And that's what you've got to start thinking about now. What do you want to be when you are an adult? What do you want to be when you grow up? Because even in sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, you are going to start to need to set some goals to get to where you want to be. And that needs to start now, because what you do in sixth grade is going to matter for how you succeed later in seventh grade and in eighth grade. You're starting to go on that path to meet your goal of what you want for your career. So it's easy to get a job, mowing lawns, or to get a job that pays minimum wage somewhere in the community when you're a teenager or a young adult. But to have a career, you really need to start planning when you are in middle school. So that is why we are discussing this. Now, to get a job or a career, you're going to need three basic things. One, you're going to need education and training. So you could get a high school diploma and get certain jobs. You can go to college for 2 to 8 years, depending on the degree that you decide to get. Or you can get specialized training. But you're going to need one of those things to get a job or career. You will also need experience. Things like working in an internship, learning about the job, previous jobs for experience. And you're going to need to get references from your old bosses, which is why it's super important that when you get a job as a teenager, you do your best work and you put on a very good you put on a very good work ethic so that your boss can recommend you. When you want a new job, you're going to have to ask your old boss to say, hey, will you write a letter to this job I want to get, to this new employer? So you want to be sure that you're working your hardest for your boss. You're also going to need good work habits, and that starts in school. So the way you come at life during school and the work that you put forward in school kind of lets that happen when you get older. It's going to open up more opportunities. So honesty is an important work habit that employers look for. People don't want to hire you for a job if you're not honest. They want you to be motivated. They want you to be a hard worker. They want you to do the work. They want you to have a strong work ethic, which means that you want to do your job to the best of your ability. They want you to have people skills in a lot of jobs. Can you deal with people? Can you be polite? Can you be respectful? Can you problem solve? They want you to be reliable. They want you to show up on time. They want you to be able to do your work. They want to be able to walk away and know they can trust you to do your job. And they want you to be respectful. They want you to speak respectfully. They want you to act respectfully. So this is why we learn these skills in school, because you are going to need those in your job. You will also need something called character references. Character references are when you get a job, you need to have people that aren't in your family say that you would be a good worker, or that you would be honest, or you are a hard worker, or you're reliable, things like that. To get a job, you need other people to be willing to write down and state that they believe you are a good choice for the job and you would be a good worker. Okay? Now, it's important to note that the more advanced job or career you want, the more education and experience you will need. Let's look at the levels of education. First of all, you can get a job with a high school diploma. Our community, our taxes in this community pay for you to go to school from kindergarten to 12th grade. And that is a free education to you. It's not free. Someone is paying for it. But it is free to you, and it's important that you take advantage of getting the best education you can in those 12 years. For most jobs, you will need a high school diploma, meaning that you need to graduate from high school, or you need to get a GED, which is a test that you take at the end of high school. The job or career you want may require more school. So depending on what job you want, you may have to go to college. So college, you can get a 2-year degree, which is called an associate. So you can get a 4-year degree, which is called a bachelor's. And you can get advanced degrees, which are called master's degrees, or actually a doctorate, a PhD. There are community colleges, there are state colleges, and there are private colleges. So when it comes time to picking a college, you will need to take a look at those and see the differences. College can cost between $10,000 and $50,000 per year. That's a lot of money. So it is important to know that saving up for college starting now is important, and thinking about how you are going to pay for college is important. You choose a college based on your interests, your financial situation, and the career that you want. And because this is so expensive, people don't have this kind of money lying around. You would have to get a loan for college, meaning borrowing money from the bank to go to college, and then you would pay the bank back plus interest. So it does cost a lot of money to go to college. Start saving now. Or we'll talk later about getting a scholarship. A scholarship is something that someone else will give you money to go to school because you do so well in school with some sort of either sports scholarship or an academic scholarship. They're willing to pay some of your college because they know you've proven yourself to be amazing, and they know you're going to be successful, and they want to help you out go to college. So there's scholarships out there as well. Education does make a difference. You can see the different levels of degrees when you go to college. High school diploma is here, all the way up to a doctoral degree. And you can see per week the earnings. So if you graduate from high school and get a job right out of high school, then you're going to be earning less than $700 a week. And if you are graduating with an associate's degree, that's a 2-year college degree, You can see that that is going to go up. Your bachelor's degree is a 4-year degree. You can see now I'm going up towards $1,000 a week. My master's degree can get me almost $1,500 a week, and a professional or a doctorate degree obviously is a lot higher. So education does make a difference. The more education you have, the more opportunities you have for a job. Here are some common careers requiring a college education. These numbers are outdated, so these would all be higher. But I could not find the equivalent of this in today's year, and this was kind of a good list of different college degree positions. So you can see here, 4-year degree, so accounting or an athletic trainer, a dentist, a landscape architect, a lawyer, a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, registered nurse, a teacher, a veterinarian. So there's a lot of jobs that require college educations, varied levels of college education, and the money that is earned per year changes. Now, so let's take a look at some jobs that you may not need too much school to. Some people, they don't love school when they're in school. So they say, well, why would I go to more school? Well, the reason for that is because it gives you a higher earning potential. However, there are plenty of jobs that you can get with just some specialized training, perhaps an apprenticeship, 2-year degree. So 4 years and 8 years is not for everyone for college, but you definitely want to start planning to make sure that you're honing in on those skills you want to have when you are older. So with a high school diploma, these are the kinds of jobs you could get: a bus driver, a delivery driver, a bank teller. You could do auto glass installer, a security guard, work at a hotel as a clerk, a child care worker, cleaning staff. All of those you could get with a high school diploma. The earning power is less, but those are jobs that you could get without going to college for a long period of time. Specialized training and apprentice, automotive repair, carpenter, a head chef or cook, a corrections officer, a dental tech, electrician, firefighter, construction worker, police patrol officer, mailman, or real estate agent. 2-year degrees, aviation tech, working on airplanes, computer network specialist, dental hygiene assistant, occupational assistant, web developer, human resource assistant, a paralegal, or a vet assistant, all with a small amount of college. Careers by level of education. So we have high school, we have different certificates you could go and earn. Associate's degree is a 2-year, a 4-year degree for a bachelor's, longer for a master's and a PhD. We are going to click here just to take a look very quickly. You can go back to this and take a look, but you can see that no formal education. It'll give you some ideas of jobs that you can get with just a high school diploma. And you also see the yearly wage for those positions. If I scroll down, high school, there's another list for high school equivalent. Associate's degree is a 2-year degree, so you can see my earning potential goes up. And here are some jobs. So as a part of your career project you'll be starting, you can go back to this link and take a look. Bachelor's degrees, my earning potential goes up. That's a 4-year college degree, and more than a 4-year college degree, my earning potential goes way up per year of what I would earn. So let's take a look at our next slide. The goal is to get a job that you love, or at least you like. That would be a good. Getting a job that you love involves starting to think about what career you want. What do you want to be when you grow up? What education are you going to need? And depending on your interests, find the right job for you. You need to start setting yearly goals. What do you need to do in 6th grade to reach your 6th grade goals so that you can go to your 7th grade goals? Start saving for college. Start thinking about scholarships. And don't get stuck with a job you don't like. You've got to plan ahead so that doesn't happen. Let's see. Next. All right, for the career project, you are going to have a separate video to watch for the career project. But basically, you're going to research some careers and find 5 that you might consider when you grow up. The career project is called Career Exploration. You're going to follow the instructions step by step, and your goal is to find some careers that you might be interested in. Make sure you explore some careers you don't know anything about. Don't just count on being in the NBA or professional football or a professional YouTuber or a professional singer. You're going to need to find careers for this project that are in the normal realm of careers. Now, the other thing is that you can't just decide, oh, I'm going to be a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer, a teacher, and a mailman just because you know those jobs. You're going to have to go step by step within this career and learn more about different careers you've never even heard about. So that is it for careers, and we will have a separate video for your career project directions. Have a great day.